Hello and welcome back to Swing Trading Masterclass by Wealthy Education. In this video, we're taking a look at morning star and evening star candlestick patterns. Now, these are three candlesticks that look like this, or like this, as far as the bodies are concerned. The wicks can kind of be all over the place, really. But what you're looking for is you are looking for, in the case of an evening star, it is an uptrend, and there is a smaller body candlestick preceded by a longer body candlestick and followed by a longer one, which obviously at this point would be negative as we fall. The evening star itself, the star of the pattern, can be positive, negative. It doesn't really matter. The idea is you're reversing. In a morning star, as in we're getting ready to rise, we're in a negative trend and we fall and we get a long body followed by a short body followed by a positive body. Now, it is not a pattern until all three of these candlesticks happen. The stop loss is pretty straightforward. You just put it on the other side of the star itself, and the entry is on a break of the third candle, either down or up. If it's an evening star, it's down. If it's a morning star, it's up. Now, in markets that are open 24 hours, you don't really see these in a purist kind of way. However, I do have some examples that qualify. So this is forward on a daily chart, and this is a morning star. You can see we have a long red candlestick after a pullback, pretty negative move, a tight body, and then a bullish candlestick here. So really, at this point, the question is, you put the stop here. Do you buy it here or do you buy it up here? Now, that's personal preference. Now, buying after the third candlestick typically is fine. And you can see that you had a pretty decent run. You had a pullback, and then eventually it did take off up towards this area where you would expect there's a lot of selling there. Of course, there's going to be resistance. Took a while, but it did work. And this morning star showed that price was getting ready to rise. And clearly it did. Euro yen. Now, this is an interesting one because, it's a 24-hour market, so there's no gap or anything. But what you have is three long green candlesticks followed by a small body followed by a negative candlestick. However, those of you who are more astute recognize this is multiple patterns at the same time. So on a breakdown of this candlestick, you could be short. You could have your stop loss up here. This is a shooting star also. That's also a bearish candlestick, and it's also a tweezer top. You'll see that a lot. A lot of times, a pattern is actually a couple of different patterns, especially when you're talking about these multiple candlestick ones. There's three candlesticks there, so you can call that an evening star, you can call it a shooting star, you can call it a tweezer top. The beauty of this is that all three of those are bearish, so it really doesn't matter what you call it. Somebody somewhere is thinking that it's negative. And Ethereum on the hourly chart got a little bit of a gap here. Got a morning star, we rose. It's also a hammer, so you could have taken it on a break of the hammer for that matter. On the top of the third candlestick, your stop loss is here. We did, in fact, rise.